Hey everyone, hope everything is going well. I want to show you this one card. It's a 2018 Panini Score Tom Brady Signal Callers PSA 10. Got this over here. I think I got it for 20 some bucks shipped to my home with sales tax. Not bad. Because if you think about it, if you buy cards and you try to grade it, there's no guarantee of a grade. And then two, what's the actual cost of, getting a PSA 10? You have to send it out to PSA and then they have to ship it out back to you. Obviously, you'd send out more than one card, but we're still talking at least $20, but you're not going to get a PSA 10. Or there's no guarantee of a PSA 10. And I'm going to be showing you more cards of Brady's that I'm getting graded and ungraded. Yeah, we're in Fugazi mode, but I'm just buying cards right now that look nice, and maybe down the road I could sell at a higher price. Now, the thing is about sports cards and crypto, I want to get into. So people were talking about a couple of years ago, why hasn't sports cards garnered the same attention as crypto? Crypto right now is on fire. We're in blow off top mode for that. We're in blow off top mode for many other markets as well. My mind hasn't changed about that. And I'm still trading that. Now, the difference is I'm aggressively buying long dated put options with my profits. So people will mock me, laugh at me, but my mind hasn't changed and I'm just buying put options with profits, by the way. Now, putting the economy aside, just looking at crypto, why has crypto had so much more attention than sports cards? I think it was the guy from Card Ladder. He was a little upset. Why is Bitcoin, like MicroStrategy dude, why is he buying Bitcoin and not sports cards? And ultimately, the reason is it's not about because there's positive content versus negative content, that whole scenario. It's just that Wall Street has bought into crypto much more better than sports cars. And you have to remember that if you go to the shows, and I don't want to be harsh on, the hobby, but it's a flea market environment. Is a flea market environment going to be able to convince guys on Wall Street, oh yeah, let's throw a bunch of money in it? Sure, you could say that some people have invested in sports cards towards the peak, but that was the peak and they haven't gotten the return, so they're not coming back. With crypto, you've had a couple of bull and bear markets. Now, I think that this is going to be a blow off top for many years. Sure, you may see some dips and then it rallies, but it's not going to be like 2022 to right now. And I could talk about that on my other channel. You could watch my other videos regarding that. Now, the flea market thing is one big issue as well. But two, I would say that the Wall Street crowd, the investor crowd, they ignore the fraud going on in that hobby. Or not in that hobby, but in crypto. But in sports cards, it is well known there is so much fraud going on. I would say way more than crypto and Bitcoin. Yeah, there's pumps and dumps, but it's like for garbage coins. Okay. And if you just look at, for instance, Kurt's Card Care, right? Kurt's Card Care, a lot of people now are saying that's fraud because of what happened with the situation with NorCal Sports. You want to look at trimming. Trimming has not been solved. One of the first cards PSA graded was a trimmed card that Mastro actually had in his possession. So you have that situation going on. Trimming, Kurt's Card Care Juice. You want to look at some of these characters in the hobby. I mean, just the other day you had Platinum Breaks. Well, now they're getting sued because allegedly they haven't paid close to $1 million worth of product to blow out cards. Like, these are the people that the distributors trust. I mean, that's a red flag, okay? But not only that, some of the other characters in this hobby, if you want to look at, for instance, there are money launderers or potential money launderers in this hobby. And the hobby looks the other way. Former drug traffickers. The hobby looks the other way. I don't think the auction houses have a strong compliance department in vetting these people who are buying these cards. Not only that, some of these content creators are bribed by former drug traffickers. So when you're looking at things like this in sports cards, flea market, this is the reason why it hasn't got to the level of crypto. Now, crypto, I would argue, putting my tinfoil hat on, that, okay, Wall Street is involved in it, but why is Wall Street in on it? Are they collaborating with, quote unquote, the deep state? Some crackpot theory. Is it, Satoshi? I don't think Satoshi was the guy that created it. I think it was more along the lines of Paul LeRoux that created crypto. But you could watch my other videos on that on my other channel. But putting that aside, what we know for sure is that these big institutions have gotten behind Bitcoin for now. And I do think that what they're going to eventually do is they're going to have this central bank digital currency all around the world. And when you have that all around the world, there's more control. And the first way they get you into this is into Bitcoin and crypto and Coinbase and Gemini. And then they're going to get into, oh yeah, let's have this central bank digital currency. And then eventually it's going to be tyrannical and they're going to spy on you even more. They're going to control what you buy. It's going to be something that's not decentralized. It was promised as decentralized, but I don't want to get too much into it. But I just want to talk about, just for the time being, why has crypto been pumped while sports cards have been dumped in the meantime? Main reason, like I said, it's a flea market environment. And big institutions, they scoff at that. It's simple as that. I know some people are mad at that, but that's just the reality of the situation. And in order for sports cards to get to the next level, they need to, in my opinion, turn it less into a flea market environment. And there's nothing wrong if you want to go to a show, have fun. I have fun when I go to the National and some of these shows in Chicago. I couldn't go this weekend at a family obligation, but when I do, it's great meeting some of my viewers, some of the vendors and all that, and asking them questions of what's going on. And two, if sports cards wants to get to the next level, you need to cut the fraud out. You need to reduce it as much as possible. And some of these bad characters, they need to be called out. They need to be held accountable, but they're not. And it's just that the hobby, for some reason, is very naive. They, used to be enthralled with freaking card porn. I mean, the dude Card Porn used to freaking show kids and, have the name porn in it. And he used to run an account, or is managed by Card Porn, where it was called Kids with Card Care or something like that, or Kids with Care. I don't know, Kids with Cards, whatever it was. That was weird. And people thought that I was the weird one pointing that out. So, it is what it is. This hobby, if they want to move to the next level, a lot of changes need to be done. But right now, cards can't even pick up in a space where gold's ripping, stocks are ripping for now. Bitcoin's ripping, alternative assets are ripping, or I mean, you could say, like, yeah, some alternative assets are ripping, but not sports cards. So it is what it is. So let me know your thoughts. Anyways, I'll talk to you later. See ya. Bye.